Welcome to this very quick overview around Itil 4. A bit more information about what exactly is Itil 4. A little bit of information about its history and some of the background. So I guess the first point really to stress around Itil is it's not a tool as such that you can go out to the shops and buy a piece of software that is Itil. It's a framework. It's an adaptable framework for designing and delivering IT services, and that includes managing those services. So it's right from the very beginning in terms of creating something new, a new product, a new service, making those services happen, if you like, and then managing those on a day-to-day basis. So particularly helpful in the ways of looking at optimizing IT and creating value. You see a lot of IT transformation involving Itil and ways of being able to deliver that value. So it's a very, very powerful and adaptable framework to help you deliver that. There's lots of people globally that have Itil experience, and there is an education path, a professionally recognised certification that people can go through that provides a certification around Itil, and lots of companies use Itil in order to achieve business benefit, efficiencies or optimizations. I've listed a few there: NASA, Microsoft, Spotify, US Department of Interior, HSBC. So big organisations, but also smaller organisations as well. It is very much a modular type solution that will allow people and organisations to adapt and use different levels and different elements of Itil. So it's something that should really be looked at from a stage perspective, certainly tailoring it to your sector and your particular business as to what's going to work, what's perhaps going to need different emphasis in terms of delivering different modules, different stages of Itil. So it's certainly not one size fits all. It's very much about understanding the sector that you're in and the business that you're in, and looking at Itil and saying, okay, what's going to work well here? What can we achieve? How do we stage that? How do we tailor this framework in order to work in our organisation? Very often you will see words such as competitive advantage and cost reduction, growth, helping with agility, and certainly around the business efficiency and optimising and streamlining. These are all keywords that you will see that will help deliver value by using this framework. So value is a really big word in the Itil circles in terms of whatever you're doing, are you delivering value? Is it adding value? And that there's as we go deeper into Itil, there's things such as the value streams and the value chains that you'll look at. What are those various activities? What are those various steps that we're completing? What's actually delivering value? What's perhaps not delivering value, or perhaps it's waste, or why are we doing it this particular way? And that raises lots of other questions as to, ranging from should we be doing it to is there another way of doing it? Is there a way of optimizing, automating, AI? A whole variety of good questions, but it's all about the value piece. So some of the last bullet point really there just talks around that this originally came out of the British government, a government agency, and was created in order to address the lack of quality in the IT services at the time, and then clearly that's now evolved as to where we are. But yeah, the history goes back into the 1980s, and I've been involved in ITIL circles for a good 25 years, yeah, absolutely. As a framework, I highly recommend it. It's an excellent way of designing, delivering, and managing those IT services. So I've already mentioned it. So it's about a best practice framework. There's lots of guidance, and it is widely used as a guidance tool in IT service management, ITSM, and it does focus on the end-to-end management from demand to value. So what does that mean? So it will look at those activities that you are doing. Is it creating value? Let's map it out. Let's look at a value stream. Let's map a particular activity out, understand where it's all going and who's involved, which organisations, which functions, which towers, however you look at it. It's an excellent framework in terms of mapping those activities and just trying to work out, is this creating value? Are we co-creating value here? And the demand to value point that I've underlined there, very, very important. It follows the beginnings, which is the demand, the opportunity, and then the various activities and things to consider, right through to the value piece. Is that creating value? Is it co-creating value? And then finally, I just put a couple of graphics there around the education and the certification that it's possible to go through. So you have the Itil Foundation course, and then there are 2 designations. There's the Managing Professional, MP, sometimes you'll see it abbreviated to, and the Strategic Leader, which is SL, again, you'll see that abbreviated sometimes. And within those are a variety of courses that an individual would complete in order to achieve that designation as IT specialist and strategic and leadership courses. And then finally, there is the ITIL Master, which is very much based on your experience, how you've gone about using ITIL and implementing and designing and managing. So that's very very customised to the particular individual. So hope you've enjoyed it. It's given a very quick high overview of ITIL, and please subscribe. I'll be posting more videos and more information around ITIL.